What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Season 2 NHL 24 Arizona Coyotes Expansion Mode Series. As always, thank you guys so much for supporting the last episode. If you can leave a thumbs up on this one as well, I'd really appreciate it. Also, too, make sure you guys check out the last couple episodes if you've missed them. As you guys can see, we're currently 5-2 in the preseason. Kaliev there, 11 points in 7 games. Hopefully I said his name right. I think I said it 2 different ways last video. People said I still got it wrong. So I will show you guys what our team looks like here after year 1 of the expansion. I think definitely could be a wildcard team. Last year we just missed out. So first line there, you got Teravainen playing with Kadri, Duchesne. I think that's pretty solid. They get a +2, all 87 plus. Tyson Forster here on the second line playing with Velarde and Kaliev getting a +3. Verana, Henrique, and Coleman on the third line with Oshie, Luosterainen, and Jones on the fourth. Defensively here, quite solid. Miller, Hannafin's our top pairing. Boqvist and Vlasic on the second with Beach, Bernard, Docker on the bottom. So again, no number 1, but like a lot of depth. Goaltending, you got Woll starting there. Allen Phillip backing him up. We got him somehow for free with an RFA offer sheet. Power play 1 there, no boost, but like all solid players. Really no superstar on this team, obviously, but we're an expansion team. So unless we're the Vegas Golden Knights, most likely the only way to get a superstar is via the draft. So I have adjusted the special teams a bit more than last season because we proved that, we could be good enough to make the playoffs. So try to have our best players out there in all the situations. So best defensive players on the PK, best offensive players on the power play. Pretty self-explanatory. Now, look at the AHL team here. You got Hossein back on that first line, playing with Janik and Demidov. Second line there, you got Yamamoto, who almost made the NHL team, playing with Maverick Bourque and Zach Parise. Third line, you got Gutique, Anderson, Dolan, Okposo, Maggio, Gruel, and Strange is there on the fourth line. Defensively, you got Pierre-Olivier Joseph, top pairing with Ryan Merkley. Joseph might make it to NHL soon. Kester here, I believe someone said in the comments, actually how you say his name, not Coaster. Play with Willander there, hoping for big things from him. Havlid there on the bottom pair with Olsen. Goaltending-wise, Kane Primo still our starter. So, both teams, I think, have a shot here. The AHL team was actually super dominant last season. Also, too, I asked you guys in the comment section last video who to name the captain. I will say, kind of all over the place in terms of the replies. Bunch of different names. Some people are saying I should wait to name a captain until I get, like, a former captain. All kinds of suggestions. So, having said that, looking at the replies, I think the one that probably makes the most sense is going with the guy in the front of the cover, our leading scorer last season, Toivu Teravainen, just signed up that big extension, $8.25 million for I think the next 8 years. If it wasn't 8, it was like 6 years. So we're gonna have him for quite some time. Why not put the C on his chest? So where you guys can see our ratings before we get started with the second season. We got 94 offense, 87 defense, 83 goaltending. Let's see what happens. Also, too, guys, before I forget, should take a look at contract extensions. So Condre Miller, Velarde, and Bernard Docker all need new deals. Miller here, 5.3 for 2, super fair. He's only 24. We could have him for 6 more years. That's the rest of this franchise series. And, I mean, 5.75 is 85. I think he says yes. And I think that's a good deal for us. Velarde is a second-line player. He wants 6.5. I don't really see him putting up the numbers this year to command that money, so I'm going to wait. Bernard Docker is on the bottom pair, wants 4.6. Where he's playing, he plays a good amount of PK. Again, I don't really see his number going up because he's not going to be putting up a ton of points where he will, jump in rating, ask for more money. Boqvist, 4.4 million for 83 also seems rich. Although in real life, like, that is kind of what you'd pay them, but I guess I'm just too cheap here as a GM. Tyson Forster here, 2.2. That's actually really fair. He honestly plays all over the place for us. Should just keep getting better. Let's see. If we do it a long-term 6, he wants 4. I think I'd rather probably go with the 3 years there, 2.25. Pretty solid bridge deal for us. And now TJ Oshie we could get for 1.5. He's 37, so probably just going to let him expire, potentially even retire. Joseph Woll here, let's see. 1.87 on a 1 year. I mean, yeah, let's see how he plays this year. Worst case, could just be a good backup next year. Although Allen Phillip is there, but maybe Allen Phillip passes him in rating. I think either way, pretty happy with those contract extensions. And there we go, guys. Tyson Forster said yes. I actually double-checked. He wasn't playing power play 2. Now he is. For some reason, I had Henrique. Joseph Woll there accepted as well. Still waiting to hear back here from Miller, who says yes. I think that'll be a good long-term deal. I want to say that was all the extensions. So everyone said yes. Looked to be in pretty good shape. This is kind of funny, guys. Calgary Flames again trying to trade me back Ryan Pollock. They're still so upset about that deal with Dustin Wolf and a 3rd-round pick for Teravainen there and a 3rd-round pick. I never understand, like, the AIGM's logic when, like, they're swapping 2 of the picks in the same round. Like, they think it's that close, I guess. Obviously saying no, just gave Teravainen the C. That would look terrible, especially when, obviously, we want out of Pollock's contract. Now, right in December here, guys, it worked out pretty good. And the Central Division is super close. So we're 7th place there with 38 points, but we're literally 1 point back of 4th, 2 points back of 3rd. It's actually the Utah Grizzlies who have 40. So there's 5 teams there fighting for 2, potentially 3 spots, depending if we do better than the Pacific, which right now, looking like probably will. The Ducks, though, are also fighting for a wildcard spot there at 36. They have a lot of other teams in the low 30s, so nothing guaranteed. AHL-wise, 19, 13, and 4. Second place in the division isn't too bad. You got Parise, the vet. He came out of retirement for us. He's putting up over a point per game at a leading scorer. Kadri over a point per game right now. So I think these next, couple months here is definitely going to decide what we do at the deadline, buy or sell. Again, with it being as close as it is, I don't want to, make a move one way or the other yet. We'll wait and see how this team plays. Guys, I don't know what happened. February started, we'd played pretty well in January. You can see a good amount of wins, like we won more than we lost. And starting January 28th, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, not done yet, 8 straight losses. I am feeling like the Detroit Red Wings right now. Okay, so this next couple weeks here before the deadline, somehow, I don't know how, honestly, we're still fighting for a spot. Like, we're only 1 point back of a wild card, or I guess 2 points back because the Pacific's now past us, but it's just embarrassing. Like, they're doing so well. Okay, they actually break the losing streak as I pause the game. Maybe I should have paused it earlier. Goodrow, do not want that contract. Let's see. Another loss. Like, I don't understand. Utah. Oh my goodness, what a massive trade. John Carlson going to the Utah Grizzlies. Washington gets Nick Schmaltz. Dang, again, the 2/3, swapping sides. That is funny, but massive trade. Carlson, of course, is older, but I would say better player than Schmaltz, also defenseman. Okay, loss, win. Kings, there's an OT win. We beat the Flames. All of a sudden, we're now 3rd place in the division. So, man, they're not making it easy on this decision. Like, you got 2 teams on our heels. Both teams in the Central don't have the wild card spot, but Ducks and Golden Knights are literally tied, both 61 with the Wild there. Predators and Avalanche have 59. Even the Stars, 57. 8th place, aren't far back. I see the Blues in last. People are pointing out last episode, so funny. They were 1st place in the division at the trade deadline, added a bunch, and then missed the playoffs. And now they're last place in the division. Potentially, I think, they're last place in the NHL. So, wow. I think that's potentially the worst, fall from grace I've ever seen there with the Blues. But, I mean, you look at our record, too. Even though we are 3rd, we're 29, 28, and 5. Like, not that crazy. Kadri's looking really good, though. 68 points, 62 games. Loving that trade for us. AHL team, 1st in the division now. And Demidov's our leading scorer. Definitely plan on calling him up to the NHL next year. So, I don't know, guys. It's going to be another really strange deadline. Definitely a conservative buyer more than conservative seller. But having said that, I mean, I don't know. I feel like whatever trade... All right. Okay. Everyone complains about me not making franchise realistic. What am I supposed to do? When Utah trades for Carlson, immediately puts him on the trade block. You got Allmark still there. Anderson, Pavelski, Polak, Sagan, Lindell. Dallas is selling hard. Joel Hofer, that's kind of surprising. Sharangovich there. Fabro. All right, so definitely some interesting names here. Look around and see. I think with the position we are in, definitely it's either a hockey trade or just cashing on a player's trade value, which I actually want to take a look here. Beginning of the season, Adam Henrique had a ton of value. Okay, unfortunately, it's dropped. I should have traded him at the beginning of the year. I don't know what it was. Honestly, it might have been a bug because right now his value makes sense for a 35-year-old. But start of the season, I noticed his value was, I think, between Velarde and Vlasic. So way higher than it should have been. I don't know, how the game calculated it. In terms of picks, we got 2 seconds, 2/3, but always looking to add. So yeah, like I said, guys, we're looking to make a hockey trade here. We'll see what teams have players on the block and who could potentially be had for cheap. Also, guys, I'm looking at Hooten here on the trade block for 10 Bay Lightning. Honestly, might trade for him, 21.75 medium elite. I think I mentioned last episode I wasn't sure if he started with that. He did not. He actually was a low elite, grew to medium elite. He also got the skilled up X Factor, so I guess he scored a Michigan last season. Maybe if we could make a trade for him, that'd be kind of fun. Just got to trade up here, guys, from the Dallas Stars. Essa Lindell for a second and Maggio. I'm going to decline this. I think our defense is good enough. I am trying to make something happen here for Hooten. Hopefully I'm saying his name right. Second and 3rd. Doesn't even get close. I mean, his elite potential is just that, he's 21. He's not as high as guys who would be like 18 or whatever. And honestly, guys, I don't really think I have a trade to make for him. He just costs too much, and I'm not so sure he's going to grow. He's only got up a couple overall since last season. Oh, well, guys, we just got a pretty good offer from the Capitals. Essentially a 3rd round pick for a 5th and a bottom 6 forward. I take that all day. Also, guys, apparently Patrick Kane left the Red Wings to join the San Jose Sharks. There is no way that's going to happen in real life. And if it does, I might cry. All right, guys, we actually have 3 second-round picks, not 2. I figured we can give up our own, hopefully bet on ourselves here to make the playoffs. Try and bring in Joe Pavelski. He can take his whole contract. 86 overall. He's playing really well, close to a point per game, 40 years old. He might retire. Dallas Stars aren't doing too well here, so I think we can afford to bring him in pretty cheap. Dallas Stars say yes. Okay, so might be the only move we made. I think, that's a pretty cheap ad. Again, I feel like we could afford to give up a second there. In terms of the forward group, he probably takes over for Max Jones. Now, obviously, not to say he's playing 4th line. I'm not sure. Somebody's going to have to move down because Pavelski definitely will be in our top 6. Also, Matt Duchene here. Glad I signed to a 1-year deal. He's already down to 85 from being 87. Again, if we weren't, fighting for a spot, I would have traded him away, but I think we'll just have him for this 1-year run now. All right, guys, so the trade deadline is now over. As I mentioned, basically just made the one trade there for Pavelski plus the kind of pick swap. Looking through, Luke Misa there going to the Ducks. Maybe they're hoping, entice Michael Misa's brother to come over. Callum Ritchie there to the Blues. And Jean-Luc Foudy. Colorado got, it looks like nothing, a 3rd-round pick. Matt Benning to the Stars. Jake Neighbors there to the Penguins. Blues have then traded away one of their better younger players. Interesting. Owen Pickering to the Sabres. Jared Danner to the Pittsburgh Penguins. Okay, I feel like they were paid. Estlin Dell to the Wild. Pretty good return. Riley Height there. Justin Schultz to the Florida Panthers. Sharon Govich there to the Flyers. I think I pronounced his name wrong earlier. Don't look at the trade block. Apologies, guys. I'm recording this late at night. Dustin Wolf. That's a pretty big trade. Going to the LA Kings. They got a goalie for the future, which they didn't really have, to be honest. Ryan Bullock goes to the Red Wings. Flames finally able to trade him. They get 2 seconds in Perron. I think we could definitely trade Kadri for more than that right now. Dante Fabro and Mark Jankowski, both going from Nashville to Minnesota. Not too bad of an ad. So we'll see where Pavelski fits into this lineup. Polak, apparently, a big trade. Honestly, Pavelski, might have been one of the bigger ones. Simek there, definitely do not need. All right, guys, so after the trade deadline, here's an updated look at the team. I think I said Pavelski for sure to be playing in the top 6. I've actually got him playing 3C. Reason being, the first line's doing really well, and anywhere I put him on the second line, it gets quite worse chemistry. You go from a +3 to a +1, so this gives us more depth. Honestly, I'm all for it. 4th line's now Oshie, Henrique, and Lesterainen. So again, we just get more depth throughout this entire team. And again, you look at Teravainen here, he's got 66 points, Kadri 68, Duchene 60. Doesn't make sense to break that up. They've also got +4 chem now. I noticed even though Duchene dropped in rating, he gained a couple X factors. For sure, send it, and then I think elite edges. And then in terms of Pavelski, guys, he's actually on power play 1, right out front of the net. Obviously, one of the best guys in the game in terms of, tipping those pucks in. Now, I don't have him on the 4-man power play because he is a little bit slow. I think he's on the 2nd PK here because he's actually got pretty solid defensive stats. And he's also the centerman for the 2nd 3-man PK. So I feel like we're getting a lot of, good value out of him again for a 2nd-round pick. No change to the AHL team. So this is going to be a crucial month and a half here. See what happens. All right, guys, so this is definitely coming down to the wire. We're currently 36, 36, and 6. So we're a 500 team. We're still fighting for a playoff spot, though. Currently, we got one of the wild card spots here, but we're tied with the Grizzlies for the 3rd spot. Kind of funny, too. We're battling the old Coyotes. The Jets, they're tied with us at 78. They have 1 more game played, though. Wild, they're at 76. Same amount of games. I just noticed, too, the Grizzlies, 2 games in hand, so they're definitely in the best position. Trans-Pacific, Kraken, 2 points up, same amount of games. So they're also a bit of an edge there. We need to win at least 3 of these next 4, I'd say. Otherwise, we're done. In Columbus here. 6-4 win. All right, that's big. All of a sudden, we are actually now in 3rd place. Jets here. Of course, they became the original Arizona Coyotes. Just beat them 5-1. Holding on now to that 3rd place spot. Playing the Islanders here. And it's a loss. Okay. So this is big. The Golden Knights, though, 81 points, are currently in. We have 82, so we're up on them. Grizzlies there, 2 points back. We play them. Let's just sim this last game against, again, the old Coyotes. This is pretty much a must-win. At least must get a point. And 2-2. Josh Doan, Lawson Krause for them. Condre Miller, Coleman for us. 4-4. It's a good game, honestly. Michelli and Doan again. Teravainen, Coleman. Can we pull away with this one? Are you kidding me? Bernard Docker, Barrett Hayton ties it up. Forces OT. Both these teams want to make the playoffs. Here we go, guys. OT. And it's going to it's going to the shootout. What am I saying? Actually, can I watch the shootout? All right, guys. So look at this. We have better offense, defense, goaltending. We just went through the first overtime. Duchene there came in. Gets stopped. I'm not sure if that's Ingram and net or what. Clayton Keller. Obviously the stud, but a big save there. That's actually not even Joseph Woolin net. That's Allenfelt. Okay. Teravainen. The white and purple jerseys. Vamelka's actually starting for them. He shuts the door. Alrighty, Logan Cooley here. Chance to get the lead for the Coyotes. Or sorry, the Coyotes, the Grizzlies. And as you can see, Allenfelt shuts it down. Kadri, come on, highest rated player. Tries to go backhand. Nice save there from Vamelka. Gunther wants to be the hero here for the Grizzlies. Against the new Coyotes, he went between the legs backhand. I mean, I respect it, but have a chance to put the pressure on. Gabe Velarde, please do it. And he just barely gets that one to squeak by Vamelka. Alright, so all we need to stop here. John Carlson, their new defenseman, comes in. Are you kidding me? That was like almost slow-mo. Forces the backhand by Allenfelt. We have Hannafin. I didn't realize Hannafin was our fourth shooter on the shootout. I guess I was going to say I'll definitely go switch it, but it's the last game of the regular season, so it doesn't really matter. Sean Dursey, they've also got a D-man. And Utah gets the better of us. Okay, so hopefully that doesn't cost us. We got 1 point. If we miss the playoffs by 1 point, all because we couldn't get a stop there on John Carlson when Allenfelt literally forgot how to poke check, I'm going to be pretty upset. Now, we are still a point up on the Grizzlies. They could lose their last game. The Wild are already done at 80. Jets can't catch us. We don't have an X, though. So, like, there is a way here where we miss. Worst case scenario. I'm hoping it does not happen. We are still in 1 day later. We don't have the X, though. 2 days later. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, guys? Wow. We missed the playoffs. We tied the Golden Knights in points. They had 39 wins. We had 38. And the Utah Grizzlies get in with 84. So that shootout cost us. Obviously, if we win that, we have 84. They have 83. The old Coyotes, the Utah Grizzlies, literally take the playoffs from us. Oh my goodness. That hurts, but honestly, how poetic, the drama. That'd be pretty crazy. I feel like being at that game. And I think even though they're called Utah, I believe they're still playing in Salt Lake City. AHL team, they get in the playoffs, third place there in the division, 44, 28, and 10. Wow. I don't think I've ever came that close to making the playoffs. That is just heartbreaking. Demidov, leading scorer, 74 there in 82. In terms of the NHL team, it's Kadri. He's got 87, 82. Take a look here at the rest of the players. I'm honest, I'm rattled. I don't know if you can tell by I am so rattled. Duchesne there. So that entire first line, 80-plus points. Love it. Velarde, 69. Nice. Pavelski, 67. Obviously, we tried to give ourselves a chance. He had 11 and 20. Maybe could have played him more minutes. I feel like he's in a fine spot. Kaliev here, 61. Same with Forster. Second line, playing pretty well. Definitely glad we got Forster already signed to the extension. Coleman at 50 as a third liner. Veranda, 49. Like, we're actually getting a good amount of production from our guys. Hannafin close to 50. He's not really a true, offensive defenseman. He's more of a two-way guy that can produce points. So that is definitely a position of need, I think. Whether it be free agency, trade, or just hoping one of our guys grows into that. Joseph Wool gave us below 900 save percentage. So might have to get a new goalie. Like, what did he... I think last year wasn't great. Yeah, last year, 897. Honestly, usually doesn't do great in the sim. We did sign him to that 1 year, but I don't know. Allenfelt also did pretty bad. Usually backups do decent. So I think we got to look for a new goalie. Although Caden Primo also had pretty bad numbers. 893. Skaters here. Demidov, wow. Merkley as a defenseman. That's why we signed him. Tied in points. He's just like an AHL beast. 60 assists. He's got 90 passing, amazing skating. That's why. Josh Hosang again a big year, 70. Yeah, Moto not bad, 64. Parise at 40 years old, we'll take 62. Janique there. Okposo even 54. All right, so yeah, pretty happy with how the AHL team did, obviously. And now look at the entire league here, guys. Mitch Marner wins the Art Ross Trophy, 110 points. Real life this year. Might not even be on the Leafs. We'll see what happens this summer. Matthews behind him. Ryan O'Reilly, 105. What? 67, 19, 11, 58. Just puts up 105 out of nowhere. Respect. Kucherov, Brad, McKinnon. No other Predators here either. So like he's just doing it on his own. David, though. Drysdale, 94. David, only 93. I literally boosted his rating, too. I made him a 97. Trying to have him just send like crazy. Apparently, not really working. Even though his wrist shot is perfect. Goals here. 57. Kucherov gets the Maurice Richard defensively. Cale Makar, 92. Hedman 3 back with a plus 56. I think it's a lock to win the Norris. Wow, Killinkar was a plus minus a 0. Hedman's plus 56 is honestly ridiculous. Serdichev with him 51, but yeah, Hedman there 40 more points. Goaltenders here. Tristan Jarry, 44 wins, save percentage. Bobrovsky, 917. The goals against here, 4 starter. Also, Kochikov, 263, but Bobrovsky, one more win. Oh, identical save percentage. It's going to be one of these two guys. I'm not sure who. The rookie skaters here. Marco Kasper with the Red Wings. Awesome. 71 points plus 13. Taking on the Calder. I would love that to happen in real life. You also got Shane Wright there, Michkov, Smith, all making rookie debuts. And now in terms of the entire league here, guys, I am curious, even though like it was so close, because we're looking at a divisional spot, I wonder if we were in a top 16 team. Kyle Dubas has Pittsburgh Penguins winning the President's Trophy literally like the next season in real life right now. That's nuts. Buffalo misses, 10th in the league, 97 points. At least we weren't them. Even Ottawa, 12th, 96. Islanders, Red Wings. East is so much better than the West. Carolina, Columbus. Wow, Colorado, Anaheim, Seattle. Utah got into the 21 seed. Vegas, 22. Okay, so even though we were so close to the playoffs, we really didn't deserve a spot, which, I mean, us being 38, 37, and 7 kind of proves that, but wow. The West, like, so much worse than the East there. That's crazy. Last place in the league. St. Louis had a terrible year. 59 points. Goals for, the Leafs were the best. Weren't the worst. All right, so again, average. Goals against, Hurricanes were the best. We're not there, actually tied with the Devils. And the worst was the Preds. And even though Ryan O'Reilly at 105 points was not enough, we actually had the third worst goals against. So yeah, we need to get a new goalie. I feel like our defense, I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure they were fine in terms of like plus minus. And like I was saying, most of our defensemen are honestly more like defensive than offensive. Boakfist minus 10, Vlasic minus 9. So I guess that pairing wasn't really working. Hanifin minus 6, you'd like to see better. Boakfist honestly probably not bringing back anyways, so that'll get changed up next season. And now in the first round of the HL playoffs here, guys, we got the Utica Comets. We'll just sim through the whole thing. 5-game series. Oh no. And we get swept 3-0. Houston Explorers. I'm pretty sure last year we won our division, and again, we were out first round. This time we don't win the division, but it doesn't matter. We're still in the first round. Don't even win a game. I mean, wow, that's tough. Yeah, Modolin scored 2 points. All right. Get a sim to the end of the playoffs here, guys. I feel like we're definitely, doing this a bit on hard mode. Just the fact that we're not fully taking, nor are we making the playoffs. We're definitely in no man's land, kind of like where the Wild were all those years. Even kind of still now, honestly. I feel like that's where they're at. So, Florida Panthers take home the Stanley Cup. The Rocket there with the Calder. Waiting to see the draft lottery results. Never know, could get lucky again. Unfortunately, we do not. We stick there at 11. The Sharks actually win the lottery, going from 4-1. Nashville from 5-2. Montreal picking 7 with the Calgary pick. Interesting. So last year they won the lottery, drafted Celebrini, and then this year they trade away their pick. I feel like if you're picking first overall last year, you probably should have assumed you might not be great this season. Number 11, the 2025 draft. Honestly, your guess is as good as mine. I'm not really sure who we're going to be looking at there, but hopefully can end up with a good player. Again, guys, in terms of the awards, Panthers win the Stanley Cup. Take a look here. They go through the Leafs in 7, Bruins in 6, Devils in 7, and then beat the Oilers there in 7 in the Stanley Cup final. I mean, Florida Edmonton is a very good possibility to be the Stanley Cup final this year. I'd say, what is it, 25%? Something like that. This is how the math would work. I'm not sure exactly. So awards here, guys. I think we know all the teams. Individually here, Marner, Art Ross, and the Hart. You got Hedman there, of course, winning the James Norris plus 56. Brat Lady Bing, Casper Calder, Barkov, Conn Smythe, good for him. Kochikov got the Vezina, along with Liam Jennings. Okay, that probably gave him the boost over Bobrovsky. Vince Dunn, Bill Masterton, Ducks coach Jack Adams, back-to-back years. Again, the Blackhawks definitely got robbed last season. Kopitar there, Selke, Marner, Ted Lindsay, and then Kucherov with the Maurice Richard. AHL-wise, we're not taking on any team awards, but individually, Archevsky there, most points, MVP, most goals. McAllister, best rookie. Henry Thrun, best defenseman. Hildeby, best goalie. Pizzetta, MVP of the playoffs. McAllister, sportsmanship. Strand, community involvement. And then Hildeby, lowest goals against. So unfortunately, no awards, but I feel like the future's bright for this team. We're right on the cusp of being a playoff team. Again, this year, kind of weird because we didn't have a great record, but still, like, we're competing in our division. All you can ask. Hopefully, our team can kind of get good at the right time when other teams are rebuilding. Phil Kessel calls it a career there. 1,013 points. He actually finished with Carolina. Brent Burns, Ryan Suter, Alex Edler, Cal Clutterbuck, Martinez there. Take a quick look at goalies. Brian Elliott, James Reimer. And I'm thinking, guys, because I just saw like some former players are now coaches. If I would have actually fired our old coach who was a B overall and hired one of like the A ones, I wonder if that would have pushed our team over the edge just enough to get one more point. I think it would have. You never know. Maybe at number 11 here, we'll get an absolute stud. Help build our team around. And I'm working the draft, guys. Let me double check some player extensions. Floridy's now an 88. Oh my. He wanted 7. Now he wants 9. Luckily, he's an RFA. I'm not paying him 9. Well, that's going to be a tough contract negotiation. Duchesne back to 87. He wants 7.5. It is a pay cut. He did well in that first line. There's potential for that to happen. Pavelski could bring back. He's 40. Third line center. I don't know. Again, potentially. Bernard Docker wanted 4. He still wants 4. I think that's going to be another one we'll have to think about. Boqvist, like I said, I'm probably just going to trade away. Henrique, I think, can also just let go at this point. And so we'll enter the draft here, guys. Obviously, should be James Hagens going first overall with like Porter Martone, Michael Misa kind of rounding out that top 3. And actually you got this guy here, Vic Tunney. Never heard of him. I'm pretty sure he's made up. Similar style, Patrick Kane. He's going to be going second overall, followed by Anton Frondell, another made-up guy. Then you have Misa and Martone at 4 and 5. Hensler there, Roger McQueen, Schaefer, William Moore, Malcolm Spence. Right now they have a stake in Charlie Trethui. Hopefully I said that right. He's like, you know, the guy that's ranked 11. Caleb Desnoyers, Cole McKinney. I think he's elite potential, to be honest. So there's guys here for sure. If we can trade up, it probably makes more sense because I think, you know, Misa, Martone more often actually become players. Schaefer here as well I've had before, but actually give him a bit of a boost, elite potential, because he was first overall pick in the OHL in 2023. We're not going to be able to get Hagen. Should be able to get a really good player still in this draft. In terms of the gems, okay, we got a goalie 127. There's another goalie 81. Ivankovic, okay, I know he's good. I'm pretty sure he'd be a starter though. Ravensburg, another goalie playing for Prince George. I want to say, oh, he's actually medium elite. All right, I was going to say, what's his potential? Yeah, it's literally staring me in the face. Late second round pick. Tons of goalies here to get, jeez. And in terms of guaranteed potential, again, McKinney, I think is medium elite. So like, worst case, you're going to get him because he'll definitely be available with that ranking. Even this guy, Dalton Claremont, guaranteed medium elite. He's a gem. NHL ready, similar style Joe Thornton. He's another made-up player. This guy could be a beast. And even right above him here, guys, another made-up player, Jalen Nickel from Norway. I mean, guaranteed medium elite going 15. Like, similar style Sean Couturier, NHL ready, so it's going to be a high 70. These guys probably will end up being like as good as Misa and Martone. Maybe, honestly, try and get another mid-first round pick, take both of these guys. That might just be the best value. And honestly, guys, it's kind of crazy that these two players are even in the draft since I have the draft class and prospect quality both set to low to try to avoid this. But since they're there, I think we got to try and take advantage. All right, guys, first thing I'm going to do here is see if the Irishman wants to give us a third round pick to move up from 14 to 11. And he does not. Bit off in value. If I throw in a 7th, does he say yes? He does. All right, so again, we're going to get same player whether we picked at 11 or 14 most likely. So free third. And the Islanders here have their 15th pick on the block. Could risk it and trade for the Buffalo Sabres 17th, but don't really want to do that. Probably just go back to back here, make sure we get both guys. So in terms of the 15th, we have 63, we have 66. All right. Oh, wow, the Islanders are actually interested, both Joseph Woll and Allenfeld. Actually, you know what, guys? As I mentioned, only plan on bringing back Adam Boqvist, so can definitely include him in this deal. Joseph Woll as well, and then maybe if we can actually keep a second, try the third. All of this is actually on our side. Oh my gosh, I just noticed we have 4 third-round picks. All right, we'll give them the worst of the thirds, because I think he'll probably go through, see what they say. Trades accepted. Okay, so Boqvist, Woll in a third for 15. I feel like we might have just fleeced the Islanders there, but we'll sim to our pick 14. And okay, so Trethui, that's why I thought we had to take it 11. He just went. McKinney there is actually a high top 6. Good thing I didn't take him. I think he was medium elite. I think it was like 3 or 4 bars high elite. Desnoyers, Spence, Moore, Schaefer there at 8. Roger McQueen, Hensler, Michael Misa, Porter Martone, Frondell there. Tunney's actually a beast. 83 medium elite. He's higher rated than Hagens, but Hagens there's got the high elite. So yeah, all these guys are like high 70s. I think we might get the 2 highest rated players in the draft, or like the 2 highest except for that Tunney guy. So we're going to go with Jalen and Nickel here. First pick. And 80 overall medium elite. All right, perfect. So far, second highest rated player in the draft. Second here, we'll take a Dalton Claremont. And 81 medium elite. Wow, yeah, so we just got 2 beasts there mid-first round. Nickel's got the big rig X Factor. Looks to have good all-around stats. Claremont, no X Factors, but again, they're both two-way forwards. I mean, I don't know. It could be super third liners. Could be in the top 6 in the future. We'll just have to wait and see how they grow. And now next year, guys, trying to trade the Montreal Canadiens to move up 6 spots at the end of the second round. Offering up Killer Yamamoto. Was in the AHL for us. I think he actually went up in rating. I want to say he was an 80. Now he's an 81. Could be wrong. He might have been 81. But obviously Montreal, they like the shorter guys. They got Caulfield. They got Gallagher. Why not add Yamamoto to the mix? Actually taking back Armia, who's on the block. They don't want his contract, but he is expiring. So it doesn't hurt us at all. Montreal says yes. Okay, so should allow us to get Ravensburgen, which is why I moved up just to make sure that he is still there. And I mean, yeah, he should be. He was projected to go 62. Montreal picks 57. Could also take Will Sharp. I think he's like high top 60. Could also take Gabriel Daigle, but you know what? I always take Daigle. I'm purposely just going to change it up here. Take Ravensburgen. He's put up really good numbers in the WHL. I think he's lower rated, but that's okay. 69 medium elite, not bad at all. Let's just sim the next couple picks here. Great pick from Tampa Bay. Wow, Kondratek, 75 medium top 6. End of the second. Sharp was high top 6D. Lindstrom, 75 medium top 4. Wow, some of these picks. And then Daigle, Blackhawks, couple of great back-to-back late second round picks. Yeah, he's a 72 medium elite. So 3 overall higher, but honestly, you never know with how goalies grow. Also, to you guys, if you're curious, after our 2 picks in the first round, you got Potter there. Looking for just kind of names I recognize. Adam Benak as well. Grieva, one of the Grieva twins. So that's Gustav Grieva. Reinhard Grieva goes to the Penguins, and his brother there, Nashville. They're both yellow teams, but not the same, unfortunately. And teams were actually getting really good value early second round. Like all these guys, low 70s, medium top 6, medium top 4. Hunter Brucewick's there. You got Jordan Gavin. Like, honestly, yeah, solid value. I feel like pretty much getting the same sort of guys beginning of the second as you were late first. But I guess it kind of makes sense. Or sorry, guys, this is Henry Brucewicks, not Hunter. And I just into our next pick here, guys. It's the last pick in the second round. We'll see if there's anything we can really get. Could take Ivankovic, get a couple young goalies. One will for sure turn out, but he is medium starter, which I think he is. Could also just take this Jang guy, medium top 6 playmaker. Honestly, yeah, let's take him. And he's 64 overall. That's not too bad. Obviously, it was guaranteed to be medium top 6. Now here, guys, we're picking early 3rd, 75th. Ivankovic is still there. I'm pretty sure Woo's, what, high top 6 defenseman. Let's take Ivankovic, just best value. 67 overall, medium starter goalie. We've got like 4 third-round picks. Might as well. Although I forgot, we also have this Van Ring dude pinned, who could be elite. 127. And I'm taking this guy a bit early, but Igor Kapitanov, he's a guaranteed medium top 6. I feel like, why not just take him here? 59 overall, not too bad. Pick 99 now. Last pick in the 3rd round. I think our next pick's not till the 7th, so you know what? We will take this other goalie here. Walking away from this draft, pretty happy. We got 2 guys, 80 overall, medium elite. We got 3 goalies to potentially be our goalie of the future. After saying I wasn't too confident in Joseph Woll, so we definitely have options now playing, you know, quantity over quality, although I think Ravensburgen's definitely pretty quality. And sorry, guys, it was actually a 6th round pick, our last pick in this draft. This guy could be low top 6. Not terrible. You also got Seth Perron here. He plays for Wolfsburg Grizzlies. They follow me on Twitter, so I'm going to take him. Just a little shout out. 51 overall, medium bomb 6. All right, I mean, we probably weren't going to get anybody much better. So overall, like I said, guys, very happy, I think, with how that draft turned out. And so next year, guys, we could resign our NHL head coach, but again, he's only a B overall. I think if we have an A1, especially one with better teaching, C teaching, we're going to have a lot of young players starting to, you know, come through. We got to get a new voice in there. Even the associate, the assistant, we can kind of get guys who have better special teams. And so we're at the resign phase here, guys. And look at this. Kadri's now 90 overall. Oh my goodness. This guy just emerged as our best player. Pretty cool to see. Behind him, Velarde 88. Duchesne there. Teravainen. I think he's 87. Just has other guys passing him. Are you kidding me? Kaliev 87 overall. Now I better be getting his name right because the dude is one of our top players. I mean, he had 61 points last year, but that's a pretty big growth. I think he's got a few X factors now too. Spinorama, Born Leader, Relentless. All right. Hanifin 87 as well. Talked about not having a #1 defenseman. It might be him. So we got some money. Players are growing. I like seeing this. Velarde, he wants the 9 mil. We'll qualify for 3. I don't know what we're going to do, honestly. Pavelski, I also don't know, like, oh, we have tough decisions. Let me look at the forward depth here and see where everyone fits in. Honestly, guys, I think the 2 guys we just drafted, because they're 2-way forwards, could immediately make the jump to the NHL. I think Nickel could be like the 4th line center. Claremont could be 3rd line winger, at least 4th line. Henrique, we're not going to bring back. Maverick Borkier is now 80 overall, so he's even pushing for a spot. If we could potentially get him cheap here, 3 years and $1 million, that would be a steal. TJ Oshie down to an 80, 38. Yeah, we're going to let him go. Same with Okposo being 37. Even Max Jones here was a -8 in the games he played. I think we can find better 4th liner. Now, Janique here only asked for league minimum, so I offered him 3 years. Zach Parise, I mean, if he wants to still be the AHL dad, I'll bring him back league min for 1 year. Now, like I was saying, guys, Matt Duchesne did play well for us on that first line. He's actually dropped his price again from 7.5 to 6.3. He does want a 2-year deal, opposed to a 1. I mean, honestly, 2 years. Our rookies are just going to start making the team right now, assuming Demidov also does. 2 years does not really break the bank. I'll try, if he does 5.75, that'd be a steal. Probably end up like accepting 6. Velarde, we're going to have to pay a lot of money to. Pavelski, I'm honestly thinking probably do not need, especially if Demidov makes the team too. Like, we're going to have, 3 rookies looking for spots. Defensively, so we got Hannafin, Miller, Vlasic, Beach. Bernard Docker, I'm going to hopefully bring back. Worst case, Joseph's our 6th guy, but also, could sign or trade for somebody. Speaking of which, Joseph's actually asking for a very fair deal, 925K. Yeah, let's just do that on a bridge. And in terms of goaltenders here, guys, Allenfeld, of course, is going to be the backup. Caden Primo there, I think, can still be the AHL starter. Yeah, League Min, perfect. Also, that elite goalie, we auto-drafted. Got to get him a contract. And now Bernard Docker here, guys, wants 4.5, basically, for 4. I would do 4x4. We'll probably have to accept, 4.25. I don't think it's too terrible, though, for an 83. Plus, we do have 33 million in cap space. Most of these guys, make sense to re-sign. It's just Velarde there at the $9 million bucks. I'm having a hard time, justifying that. I think he had 1 good year. Now he's trying to cash in. All right, so Parise's coming back. He thinks he's on the NHL team. Not going to be the case. Duchesne as well coming back. Kane Primo there. Bernard Docker wants more money. Joseph said yes. Stranges. Bork there. Janique. Claremont, one of the rookies. Same with Nickel. Gabe Perreault's now got his contract. The medium elite goalie. So yeah, guys, I got to say, I'll try offering Bernard Docker 4.25. And there we go. He's now saying yes. So I think everybody's locked up but Velarde. We got 25 million in cap space. We should sign 1 defenseman. We don't have to. And in terms of forwards, assuming Velarde comes back, if it's like 7.5, we're going to have 17 million here. I'm hoping to go big game hunting again, try and get a big name free agent on forward. Potentially a defenseman, also need a goalie. I'm thinking too, try and trade away Coleman maybe, making $5 million bucks, 84. Rather just kind of give his ice time to some of the younger players. And again, have that money to spend on better players. And like I was saying, guys, Lardy is the only contract we haven't signed, so a bit of a risk, letting other teams talk to him, potentially offer sheet him, but I think it's worth it. Usually it doesn't happen, and if it does, we have the money. I feel like with the luck we had in the draft, jumping number 2 overall to get Demidov, and then getting those 2 steals in the mid-first round, I feel like the rebuild more or less is over, and we were never a terrible team either, so alright, Nick Ehlers, 9.4 is an 87. Okay, in terms of defenseman, Jacob Slavin, 89 overall. That would be a nasty number 1. Still not like an offensive guy. Hopefully, you can just get enough points there from Hannafin, but Slavin is very, very good. Doesn't actually look to be like an offensive guy available. So yeah, guys, definitely making him a contract. 4 years, I think, is perfect. It's what he wants. Pays him until he's 35. I'll offer 8.5 here. One of the better defensive defensemen in the league. I wondered we had to pay him. Honestly, I'd even go like 8.75. Try to keep it under 9, but outbid those other teams. Ridley Gregg's up to an 88. That's nuts. He's an RFA still. Brock Besser's available. Interesting. UFA wants a lot less money than Ehlers, and he's the same rating. Besser could be nasty. Sniper here. What do you have last year? 60 points right on. He's looking for a 4-year deal that pays him until he's 32. I'd probably do a 3-year since that's when the rookies will expire. Let's see if we could do 3 years for him. Try to do the same, like 6.75. See what he says. And then in terms of goaltenders, definitely need a starter. Jeremy Swayman is not available. RFA. I don't really want an offer sheet at goalie. Could bring in Freddie Anderson, another former Leaf, 35. 2 years. He might start dropping in rating. Aiden Hill's available as well. Wants $1 million more because he's younger. Wait, what? Devin Levi, 23.84 UFA. Buffalo did not sign him. 915 save percentage. What? What is Buffalo thinking? Even Nico Dawes, 24.83. How is he not getting a contract? But Devin Levi, I was thinking maybe, sign Anderson for a 2-year bridge deal. Hope he stays decently rated before our young goalies are good, but might as well go after Levi here. What the heck? Okay, so definitely gets way cheaper because he is only an 84, but I mean, this is literally to the end of the franchise. Might just have a lot of goalies to trade here if Levi ends up being good for us. I mean, what the heck? Do we have the money? Besser was 6, Slavin was 8. That's 20 million. We do have the money. We have 25 million. We trade away Coleman, that gives us another 5 million bucks. That's honestly the 9 million we'll need for Velarde. So we'll be right up against the cap max if this all goes through, but obviously we'll have to wait and see. And look at this, guys. In terms of goalies, Michael Hurabal does not get a contract from Utah. Honestly, think he's their best goalie prospect. I'll make him an offer if he says yes. I'll trade him to Utah. I feel bad. They messed up 2 drafts in a row. We got a low elite here. Jekimov's 20. Buffalo 3rd round pick. Maybe they ran out of contract spots, but that means they probably gave them to like not as good players. That's usually the case. Heavy Bulin, 2071. Sharks, 6th overall. That was in the made-up draft. Oh my goodness. What are they thinking? St. Louis Columbus also interested. Rodney here, 3rd overall in the made-up draft by the Grizzlies. They didn't even re-sign this guy. Wow. Actually, Denisenko here, guys. Obviously, 15th overall. I wouldn't mind taking a flyer on. Just give him a chance on the AHL team. And right here we have Sherov, 2067. 2nd round pick by Buffalo again. What? Alright, so yeah, Buffalo just fully messed up. Actually, guys, look at this. I'm looking at Buffalo. They got 44 of 50 contracts. So why aren't they signing their prospects? Makes no sense. Coleman they like. If we get a 2nd and a 3rd, I think that's great value. Trades rejected. They said they're saving money. I don't know what's going on with their team. 2nd and a 4th. Pittsburgh here is also interested in him. Try a 2nd and a 3rd from them. Trades accepted. Okay, the fact that it's really trying to shed salary makes that a great trade. And now looking for a new head coach here, guys. There's 3 A overall ones available. First guy 52% team fit, and the next one 60, and then the last guy 49. So we're definitely gonna go for the 60 there. Morrison, generalist. Teaching B is tied for the best. Coach influence A+. They all have that. So I want 6.2 million. Luckily, owner mode's turned off because I don't even know if the new Arizona Coyotes want to pay a coach that much. Luckily, we're going to do that. So hopefully he says yes. If he doesn't, I'll just keep upping it. I try to just, I don't know. It doesn't really matter because owner mode's turned off. I also try not to just give everybody like $1 million more than they want. Also got this new AHL associate coach. So many to hear back from all the NHL coaches. Assistant rejected. All right, we'll have to pay him more money. The associate said yes. He had, of course, had the A+ power play. Head coach said yes. That's big, I think. He'll definitely give us a boost next season. Also, Jekimov's there. One of the good prospects said yes. Same with Sherov. Pittsburgh's offering us a 5th round pick for Zach Parise. I mean, I know he's the AHL team dad, but I mean, at a certain point, you gotta do business. That's a free 5th. Now, we're still waiting to hear back from the NHL players made offers on. And Denisenko said yes. AHL guy. Devin Levi said yes. So that is big. We now got a legit starting goalie with, tons of room to grow. He could end up being a 90 if he sims well. Herbal there actually goes to the Sharks. I was going to trade him back to Utah, so that sucks for them. Rodney there, another prospect. Heavy Bulin. Waiting to hear back still from Besser. Voracek's our new NHL assistant coach. He had A+ PK. And Jacob Slavin said yes, let's go. So there's our number 1. Even though he's on offensive, he does everything else. So poised, no penalties. Besser said yes too. Okay, so we got all the guys we wanted. And we still have 9.8 million in cap space to play hardball with Velarde. Should be able to match, any offer sheets, but definitely I'm going to try and get him a bit cheaper just because I don't want to pay him 9, nor do I want to pay him for 7 years. 1 year is, yeah, still 9. All right, guys, so it's now the end of the summer. Gabe Velarde here. His potential's actually gone down to low top 6. Salary wants 6 for 1 year. 2 years, it's still a lot of money. Oh my gosh, it's got even higher, even though his potential's gone down. That's crazy. I'm going to wait, I think, maybe another couple weeks. TJ Oshie, still a free agent. I want to make sure he plays this year. We'll give him league min, have him just play in the AHL for us. Wow, he decided to sign with the Rangers instead. I mean, if they actually put him in the NHL, then good for him. All right, guys, so Gabe Velarde, 5.6 for 1 year. You know what I'm honestly thinking? I don't think he's going to have as good of a season this year, so his price will actually probably come way down if we do just do like a 1 year on him and then re-sign him next season. Although I think he's a pending UFA, which is the one issue, but yeah, I don't know. I gave a lot of money to Teravainen, but I just feel like he's more consistent. He's on the thumbnail. Velarde, I don't know if I can trust him at $9 million. And he actually rejected the offer. All right. He's asking for $100K more. Okay, we'll give him that. And there you go, guys. Velarde did say yes. So coming back to the team, he's actually added a couple X factors, puck on a string, magnetic. All right, guys. Next year, we're trying to make a pretty big trade. The Carolina Hurricanes to get Alexander Nikishin. I noticed we really don't have an offensive defenseman to play the power play. I kind of mentioned that. Like right now, it's Hanifin, but he's not the best suited for that role. Nikishin, though, 92 passing, 90 offensive awareness. You guys watched my Celebrini career sim. I think he had more points than Celebrini at the end of their careers. They retired at the same time. 2nd round pick. Bradley Nadeau as well. Somehow Beach has more value. I think it's just because he's younger. 20 years old, 84 overall compared to 23 and 86. But Nikisha, if he's putting up points, I think will grow more than a defensive guy. Vrana here we actually don't need. Kind of on the outside looking in. He's getting beat out by Demidov on that 3rd line wing spot. So this would be a massive trade for us. I think, addresses everything. See what the Hurricanes say. Trades rejected. We don't really need Nadeau. I would do Nikishin 2nd and a 3rd. See what they say now. Trade still rejected, quite far off. All right, I thought the value was on our side. We'll just do Nikisha in a second. Trade still rejected. Okay, weird, because like if I just do this, the value is literally double on our side. Should be able to get a pick back, I think. Maybe not. Like, okay, let's try this. There we go. Okay, so I think that was a good deal. We get Nikisha, shed Verana's caps as we didn't need anymore. And again, we addressed our one position in need, so team should be set now. All right, guys, massive trade-off from the Devils. I was literally just about to show you guys the team. Dougie Hamilton, Charlie Coyle, a third and a fourth. They want back Devin Levi, who's a young, elite potential starting goalie, Zane Parekh, and Dalibor Dvorsky. Easy no, because we made that trade for Nikisha. Otherwise, you know, Hamilton was a guy I saw on the block. A lot of money, though. Older, doesn't really fit our window, but wow, that's one of the bigger trade offers I've gotten in a long time. That is for sure. So, like I was saying, guys, just went through editing the lines. I like the team. I think we definitely have a good chance to make the playoffs. We're definitely looking better than last year, at least in my opinion. So, first line here, you got the captain, Terry Vinen, playing with Kadri, now a 90. That's still so crazy to me. And Velarde, they get a +5. I think the A+ head coach definitely going to help out. Brock Besser there on the second line, playing with Matt Duchene and Kaliev. Third line is definitely the young gun line. You got Demidov, Jalen Nickel, and Tyson Forster. Nickel, of course, only 18 years old, just drafted him. Fourth line there, Lesterainen, playing with Maverick Bourque, and Claremont, who's also 18. So you got some young players on this team now. I should mention too. Second line gets a +4. Defensively, Slavin, Nikishin's our new top pair. Hannafin, Miller on the second, with Vlasic, Bernard Docker on the bottom pair. I think that's really solid. Like Vlasic here, insane defensive stats. Bernard Docker as well. Hannafin, Miller, both kind of like a little bit offensive, bit defensive. Slavin, their best defensive guy. Nikisha's their best offensive. I really like the balance, although I think everybody's left-handed but Bernard Docker. Goaltending, Levi's now an 88. Just nuts. He also added an X factor. Even Allenfeld backed him up, now an 84. So, like I said, this team, way better than last year. Should be competing for a playoff spot. In the AHL, Primo, Peretz are our two goalies. Should be splitting games. We got Gabe Perreault in the first line. We just signed him to his rookie deal. He's playing with Dvorsky there and Maggio. Could be nasty. Hosang, Janik, Gudik there, Stranges. I mean, look at this team. Denisenko, fourth line. I went back to Joseph Merkley in the top pair because Merkley popped off. Willander's now a 79, so should make an NHL team pretty soon once he gets to like a low 80. Kester there, Olsen, Havlet. So, like I said, guys, I think teams both looking pretty solid. Very excited to see how they do next season. Also, too, we do have an A spot open up. I'm thinking probably just give it to Slavin because he's an older guy, big free agent signing. But before we do end the episode here, guys, I will show you the ratings for the next year. Should be up from last season. They are for sure. 96 offense, 90 defense, 88 goaltending. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, leave that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the sub button down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.